Back in the 70s, board games and improv theater had a baby, and it was called the role-playing game. These games allowed a generation of kids to live out their dreams of slaying dragons and saving kingdoms, all while sitting in their bedrooms and basements. Today, gaming has moved into the cultural mainstream, and role-playing games are back with a vengeance. Join us now as 5 of these former kids come out of the basement and onto the internet to experience adventure, mystery, and obscure pop culture references. It's time for Roll for Combat.
Hey there, welcome to Roll for Combat. I'm your GM and host, Stephen Glicker, and in this week's show, we have Paizo's organized play lead developer, John Compton, joining us once again, where he plays a pair of pesky goblins. We have the results of CHDRR Mark III, which John decided to rebuild last week, which is going to be half combat drone, half goblin, and all insane. And finally, we learned the results of the Void Death experiment. Will Mo and Rusty die? Will they be cured? Or will they face a fate worse than death itself? Find out this week. So once again, I'm glad to have John on the show. Not only does he play a pair of goblins better than anyone I know, but he's also giving out a Skittermander Boon for those of you in the Starfinder Society. Just listen to the show, and somewhere in the show you'll be given instructions on how you too can win a free Skittermander Boon. Also, at the end of the show, don't forget, we're giving out a $100 Amazon gift card. All you need to do is listen to the show, review it, submit us an email with your name, and that's it. You're entered into the show, and you too can win. And also this week, I talk about something absolutely insane in my GM notes. I talk about the craziest topic ever. How to kill a PC without them knowing that they died. And let me give you a little hint. That is going to come up this week. So make sure you listen after the show for all those goodies. It's going to be nuts. So with that, let's get into the episode. So we are back. Once again, we have John Compton from Paizo joining us. He is playing 2 little mischievous goblins who are rebuilding CHDRR. We're going to find out what happens with that. We have a very nervous Hiroji who keeps reaching for his weapons, trying to kill these poor goblins. We have Mo, who's hiding from the inevitable explosions that are going to occur when CHDRR is rebuilt. And then we have Rusty, who doesn't understand why everyone thinks he's racist.
Yeah, I don't get that.
So with that, so far the goblins started to rebuild him. You guys are still diseased. You guys managed to find some credits and the key card for the computer, which really would have been helpful last week or 2 weeks ago when you were hacking the system. So what do you want to do in general before you guys rest up and probably go to the Drift Rock? What do you guys want to do?
I think we need to secure Goblin and cure disease. That's what we need to do.
Chris Beamer is playing the Lashunta operative, Hiroji.
Yeah, we have 24 hours. I think that while the goblins work on CHDRR.
John Statz is playing the Vesk soldier, Mo Dupinsky.
I say we put them into the one of these rooms and make them work in there, and have a guard rotation, and just do we get dope?
Yeah, better than like give them back their room and put CHDRR in there, unless Total has an
Total can assist.
Well, I plan on supervising their work as best I can.
Yeah.
Jason McDonald is playing the Yosoki mechanic, Tuttle Blacktail, and his drone, CHDRR.
Close quarters.
Okay.
Yeah.
With the 24-hour thing, though, Steve, when do you want to do the applying the medical patches?
Bob Marquis is playing the human envoy, Rusty Carter.
Yeah, just let us know when we can.
When you wake up in the morning, basically you go to sleep, you can wake up and apply the medical patches Or we can just do it at night. Actually, that's a good question, John. Maybe you can help with that. I'm not even sure. Is there an official ruling on how that works with med patches? Because in theory, you have to apply the med patch, and then on your next roll, it takes 10 minutes, and then your next roll, you get a +4. So does it matter when you apply it if they're resting 24 hours? I mean, from a metagame point of view, it's just, I guess, whatever I think, but...
What it reminds me of is the anti-plagues from Pathfinder, and the idea with those is that you could either drink it to have it last an hour, or you could drink it and your next check against a disease in the next 24 hours would get the bonus. So I think that so long as you apply it before going to sleep, you should be fine.
There you go. We got the official word. And yeah, so just apply it before you go to bed. And then the crew storage was that room with the laser. That's actually a perfect place for them to rebuild Cheddar.
Oh, okay.
All right, so let's move them over there because they need to be handled. Oh, and by the way, are they armed in any way? Because we will disarm them.
They have tattered flight suits. They do have dog slicers. They do have junk lasers. They do have their makeshift engineering tools. I mean, they're expert engineering tools.
Yeah, I mean, all of the weapons, sorry guys, we can't really have you have weapons in this area. We're trying to keep it secure. So
and also, it's against my religion.
We disarm them.
What's against your religion?
Are they okay?
You have a very strange religion, sir.
Yeah.
What happened to all of your friends having lasers, huh?
Oh, no, I mean, my religion forbids guests to have weapons. It's considered an insult to my people. I'm sorry, you understand.
I can understand.
Oh, I'm rolling the bluff on that right now. Hold on.
Apply the negative modifier for ridiculous.
Yeah, but the plus modifier for their goblins, and they're stupid.
That's fine.
That's a 24 bluff.
Ooh, that's pretty high.
Ha! Outstanding.
Oh, 24.
Well, they believe you. They think. Oh, well, now whether they care about your religion is another story, but they believe you that is true.
I'm happy with that.
I'll collect these things and I'll put them over here, and we're good.
Well, have they surrendered them, though? They haven't surrendered them yet.
John, you let me know what you want to do. It's up to you.
Oh, they'll surrender them, but they will kind of look at each other and say, Trion was the better choice. Yes. Very strange religion. Don't know why he worships them. Probably one of those Longshanks things.
Yeah. He's just wacky that way. That's okay, though. We're good. We're all friends. We just get uncomfortable because, we're in a spaceship and you could, puncture holes. So I'll collect these things and I'll move them into the room right behind me.
Okay, so here's where it gets fun. So sure enough, they do have they keep their flight suits because they need those.
Right, of course.
You take the dog laser, you take the junk laser, but much like shaking out someone who went into a store with a bulky coat, you find out that they actually have many, many more weapons hidden amongst themselves. And out falls a incendiary grenade, and 2 shock grenades, and a sticky bomb grenade, and 2 detonators, and a engineering toolkit, and a fire extinguisher, and a whole bunch of UPB spill all over the floor.
Oh.
We are going to need to keep those. Oh, yes, part of our religion.
Yeah,
as my guests, that seems very inappropriate. It's very insulting.
Well, Rusty, you're all the way over there. You're not in the room. So
okay, you're right. Fine.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I don't know about religion because I'm not really one who goes in for these fads, but I will slowly start moving the grenades out of the room with my foot and leaving a lot of the other junk there. I'm like, okay, these dangerous objects have to be removed from the room so we can have a sanitary work environment, and let's continue to work. Let's do this.
Absolutely. This will go great.
Do you guys need any duct tape or baling wire?
Yes, we will take both.
Silly question.
A yellow of the room. Rusty!
Yes?
Get us the duct tape and baling wire. They need it.
What about the ball bearings? It's all ball bearings.
Oh, if you have those, I'm sure they'll love that stuff.
For extra speed!
I bring every little scrap of thing over that I can find. I'm all in on this project.
Tuttle, are you there?
and I'm slowly like moving.
I'm starting to have second thoughts about this project, but
it's gonna be monstrosity. I'm slowly moving out with my foot all of the dangerous items into the hallway and leaving their other weapons.
The grenades might explode. Actually,
I don't want grenades. I'm like moving that out. Like all the grenades and the there's another thing you had there, like a
detonators.
Yeah, detonator. Yeah, moving that out.
Yeah, fire extinguisher.
I'll leave the toolkit.
You might want to let them have the fire extinguisher.
Yeah, I'm letting them have all of that. All of the dangerous stuff is getting kicked into the hallway.
I'm sorry, I'm a little slow on the pickup. I just realized they said they worship Triune. Well, then I guess we're buddies then, because I'm a Triune worshiper as well. Oh God, I'm the third member of their crew now.
Hooray!
You're not a fanatic.
Yeah.
They're going to show you the secret handshake now. You're small. You worship Triune.
Oh, totally.
Do you speak Goblin too?
I can't tell them apart.
Does Tuttle have cover against my shot from my laser?
I do not speak Goblin.
We can teach you.
Clearly, I'm going to have to learn at next level now. Apparently, I'm going to be jumping ship from this crew and going with the Goblins when we get back to port.
If you master Goblin technology, do you get barred for life from tenure at your university?
Goblin technology is not so much a technology as it is a let's put this together
Cargo
with
cult?
spit and yeah.
I think you more get a Master of Fine Arts than you do getting a Master of Sciences.
Exactly.
So, I mean, you can secure all those items. You can let them go and work. This crew storage is fantastic. Actually, the Goblins love it. It has personal mining and prospecting tools. I mean, this is where they kept all their supplies. So the Goblins probably love this room when it comes to tinkering. They'll have tons of supplies to jerry-rig and build the ultimate cheddar fighting machine.
All right, I say, Rusty, follow me. We got to get you cured. Let me go talk to Tuttle for a second.
Best case is some sort of BattleBots thing that shoots flame and has chainsaws. Yeah. Worst case is it just falls apart the minute you look at it.
Turn him into Thor.
I talked to Tuttle. I said, "Look, Tuttle, you have weapons, right? Can you monitor these guys?" I'm going
to be paying very close attention to what they do to my poor robot.
Because we're going to go up. We're going to go up and help.
We're both in hospital beds in our own rooms.
Yeah, they need to get cured of this nasty disease. I'm going to try and do my best.
So you're our healer.
For what it's worth, you do know you have full control of the doors and the operations. So you could go to the bridge and lock them in here, no problem.
Ooh, that's a great plan.
Yeah. So if you don't want to worry about shifts and
I do that. I do tell them. I said, look,
you can do that.
Look, we love you guys. Here's some goo tubes and enjoy. And we'll be back in 6 hours later.
I think they're happy to work.
Yeah, they're happy. All right, so let's do.
I go to the bridge and I lock them down.
Okay, you locked.
Jeez, you are so paranoid from those goblins.
Yeah.
You locked me in there with them too. That's good.
No.
So when it comes to resting, you guys, the only one who had some hit points down was Mo. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, you were down to 12 from your 20. And everyone else, Rusty was down 2, but you'll heal those automatically.
I took stamina damage.
Yeah, you guys will get all your resolve points back. You get all your stamina points back. You only get 2 hit points. Yeah, you only get 2 hit points back per day. So FYI, we'll see how many days you want to rest. Otherwise, or you can chug a few more potions. It's up to you.
How many points am I down for?
8. You have 12
healing serum Mark 1.
You have 20. Every day you rest, you'll get 2 more hit points.
All right.
Is there any way somebody with medical knowledge can give him extra care to?
I actually have medical knowledge. I mean, it's not on my character sheet in game, but it's I believe I do have it.
Well, you guys just locked me in with the goblins, so I can't help.
No, you're in a different room
with the goblins. I thought.
Yeah, I said I was supervising the goblins.
In with them.
So if you locked the goblins in, you locked me in with the goblins.
Yeah, you might want to move your avatar.
Yeah, it would be helpful to see your character.
Oh, sorry.
Cool. Yeah, that's fine.
Long story short, put on the med patch. You'll get a +4 in your next roll. That's
Yeah.
all I'm going to say. You don't
Yeah,
have to
but
worry about it.
what
Okay.
if I am a trained in medicine could add to that? No.
Yeah, if you want to do long-term care, you could do treat disease, and treat disease would also give you another +4.
Do they? It stacks.
That's great.
I think so, John. Do they stack? I know nothing stacks in Starfinder, but I think that might.
For the med kit and long-term care?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I'm taking a look at long-term care right now, and it looks like you need a medical lab or a medical bay on a starship. Do we have that?
No, they have a med patch. They have the med patch, and the med patch just gives them a +10 on their check to get a +4. So basically, they almost do a treat disease to themselves, which gives them a +4, and then the
I think
treat
he's
disease.
saying long term needs the med.
Yeah,
bay.
that's what he's saying. That the long.
Oh, it's not
care
long
is
term.
an
It's actually
option.
treat disease, because treat disease is you can use
Oh.
medicine to treat a creature suffering from a disease. It takes 10 minutes, requires a med kit, med lab, or medical bay. John is right. No, you do not have any of those, so you can't treat disease. Haha. So
what about
guess
the
what?
shuttle? There's a shuttle. Like how big
No.
is the shuttle? Hippo.
No. It
But
doesn't.
but MedPat can try and treat disease.
The med patch will just give you a
Okay.
+4. So you guys,
Okay.
John was right that
All
you
right,
guys
I'm
don't
ready.
have it.
If we had a med bay, did they stack anyway?
Actually, good question. If we did have a med bay, would they say?
I'm guessing yes. I think.
Listeners want to know.
Yep, looking it up right now.
We put him on the
I
spot.
thought you. Oh, you gotta look it
No,
up.
no,
Okay.
I appreciate he's looking it up. Thank you, John.
So it looks like the med patch is just allowing you to do a medicine check untrained, and so it basically does its own bonus. But it would be doing the same task, which is treat disease. So since you can't really be the target of the same skill task twice, then you'd either take the med patch treat disease, or you could have somebody else treat disease, but you wouldn't get the benefit twice.
What's the that
Does
sounds
not
right.
stack. Very good.
What's the plus of the med pack?
+4.
+4, and I'm ready.
I'm personally better than that.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
No.
No, I'm plus
No, you're
5.
No, you. That's not how it works. You would use your medical skill to then apply a +4. You actually don't do anything on top of it. You could have a +20. You still only could give them a +4 at most.
Oh, so
I thought without
doesn't
med pack,
roll.
I could use my own skill without a med pack to try and make him not die from disease.
I still have to roll my fort, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What you can do is let's back
So
this
that
up.
is that the roll? Is that
Wait,
the roll that
Stop.
I? Okay.
Let's back this up. Mo, are you using a med patch? Yes or no?
Oh yeah.
Then you don't need to do anything Hiroji unless you just want to appear like you're actually helping him, and Mo won't know the difference, and you can take the med patch and put it on him and make him feel better.
Well, of course I do that.
Okay.
I'm putting on a med patch.
Okay. Both of you put on the med patches. Both of you go to sleep. Both of you wake up, and now give me your fort saves to see if you feel any better.
Here we go. Oh, this is important, right? Is
This
this
is my
this
failed
not
save.
important? It's not an important roll, is it? This one
There
Yeah.
we go.
Rusty.
rolls a 7 and gets
Which is
a
modified
5.
5. I have failed my fork save.
Oh, that's
Well,
actually
it's
a
a
9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to you in a second. Mo, roll your fort save.
Rolls a 5, gets a 7,
you go over 10
and
then.
for 11.
Mo barely feels better, although you're still sick. You're going to need another night's rest. And poor Rusty.
Oh, yes.
Update. We need a new T-shirt for Roll for Combat.
Cough. I feel sick. Cough.
I got to open this up because I didn't expect this to happen.
What?
Oh, I did.
Bob
I
to roll
assumed you had it in
bad? Are
front
you
of
kidding me? On an important roll?
Oh, good lord! I can't.
So you went from weakened to impaired.
Excellent.
You are now exhausted. Whenever you take a standard or full action, you must succeed a fortitude save just to move, and if not, you become nauseated for 1 minute. John, why'd you guys make these rules so horrible?
We made it for moments like this, where Rusty can really appreciate all of his life choices.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I do. In fact, actually, my
And
light
they're all
is really
bad.
flashing in front of me right now.
Rusty made many, many bad choices. And you know what? Karma is a bitch. Hey,
Mother, I'm sorry I did that to you. I didn't mean it.
if you are
Do I feel
deceased-
better?
Do I still owe?
You feel better, but you're still sick. You are still weakened.
Wait, what do you mean that I feel better? I don't care about. I want to get these things off of me.
Yeah, what do you mean? No. You gotta make 2 saving throws.
Oh, I
need
do.
To make 2 consecutive saving throws.
Is my
at least in a row to succeed.
All right,
is my next save easier though?
No.
Oh man.
No, you just. Yeah. I really hope Rusty doesn't die from disease, because that would be a hell of a way to go. You'd be like Tasha Yar.
Hey, you know what?
I'm with you. I also hope I don't die from disease.
Wait a minute. Are we like within a short drive distance to Absalom?
Yes.
Why don't we just go there? I guess.
Because you know what? We got to complete our mission, and you know what? Also, he's got to man up. He's got to man up and not be such a wuss and not die.
The answer, though, Mo, is we're leaving as soon as we're done with our goblin futzing. We're done with this.
You're useless, though. You're
a
useless
I'm
character.
useless,
I'd rather go with.
He's always been useless. So
yeah, that's true.
All right, I'm going to check with Tuttle and make sure he's okay. After
every once in a while, Rusty gets a crit in and he kills something. If he's useless, then we can't go with 3 characters that,
No, Rusty's okay. He's just a little sick. He's got,
Rusty is completely bedridden. Let's switch to Tuttle.
Just have to roll him around on a gurney whenever we go.
Yeah. Let's see what's going on in Project Cheddar.
How we doing over here? We have some nasty sick.
We now go to the BattleBot arena.
Yeah, turn Cheddar into a wheelchair for Rusty there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, Cheddar's looking pretty good. I mean, the goblins, they've basically, as promised, made chainsaw wings. And they have given him a laser eye. And on top of that, he has several of Murgo's old parts patched into him. So it has goblin ears now, as well as kind of like the jaw. There was no room. I'm looking at the Cheddar art. And there wasn't really any room for putting the mandible on there, so they basically just stapled it onto one of the arms. They have taken his club, and they have driven so many sharp pieces of metal through it that it's now turned into basically a nail bat. And it's all sorts of good fun.
Wow, that's
also they have created a little remote control device that is separate from the not exocortex, but your little programmer bit. And basically they've told Tuttle, like, this is the button. If all else fails, press the button.
Now I'm intrigued. What does the button do?
It could do anything. Anything is a possibility. It could actually, we don't even know. It could fuck a spider. It could cause it to turn into a bomb. It could cause it to breathe acid. It's amazing. Anything is possible.
That's not particularly scientific, but okay.
Also, here are 20 pages of documentation.
Oh, yeah.
We never read the documentation.
Goblin.
RTFM.
Goblin.
Even 10,000 years in the future, we don't read the documentation.
Admittedly, all 20 of their pages are different, sheets of paper and digital files that just have somebody doodling and drawing inappropriate pictures.
Little stick figures of Goblin.
Also, would you like to read the user agreement before you start using your Cheddar?
Oh, no, of course not.
Yeah, Cheddar's turned into something of a walled garden operating system, so there's nothing else you can do to him.
Wow.
Well, I think we're done here. I think that's outstanding. I think we need to roll him up and move him out.
That's a win.
I would like to rest for 24 hours again.
I know. I'm still worried about goblins, though.
It's time to head back and turn in
the goblins are fine. They're tinkering. They're happy. Dude, they gave up their weapons. They're fine. They pose no danger to us, especially...
Their mere existence in tinkering and nonsense is posed they could cause a core breach. They could cause a hull breach. They could cause multiple problems.
Well,
okay,
your tank
let's
is
get
weakened. I am weakened. You don't want that.
I know. All right, Tuttle, I say we converse out here. Let's bring our new upgraded model.
Let me ask a practical question. Can we take a day to run these guys to Absalom, get Rusty in particular to a med bay,
a hospital,
and then come back out here? Because we still need to check out the Drift Rock.
They might be useful in a space battle.
Does it particularly violate the spirit of the quest to go back and forth? Or are we only allowed to go into quarantine once?
You have no idea.
I say we treat it like we're normal human beings. I'm sorry, bad term for all you aliens. But at the same time, why don't we just go back, get hospitalization, and then come out to finish it?
That's easy for you to say.
Yeah, honestly,
it is.
There's so many these dogs, these Akeda dogs. The chances of you making a fail on all of their attacks, their many attacks, are very great. I would assume that it makes sense, and this is totally metagaming, that it wouldn't defeat the spirit of the game for us to get fixed up, because these are nasty. I'm fatigued. I'm sickened. This is not good.
It's not good, but you have to man up.
Disease,
Sometimes you gotta man up. Sometimes you gotta go for it.
Rusty's even worse.
I mean,
do our comms actually work?
Yeah.
Our comms work within this area, yeah, but you would need ship comms to talk back to Absalon. Don't forget, you have the robot who's been following you all along and capturing everything that you've been doing.
And you have the goblins.
Well, don't we have chip comms? Don't we have chip comms?
Well, no, I wanted to see if we could ask our benefactor for advice on this.
That you definitely can do.
All right. Well,
Well, you are members of Starfinder Society, so don't forget that. You do have your benefactor Nor, who had you research what was going on in the ship and the drift rock, and you have a crew member who's nearly dead. So
they're going to be happy to see the
Why don't we place a person-to-person call to Nor, update him on what's going on so far? Since he's the one who can pull us strings to get in and out of quarantine, ask if we can come and go back and stuff.
Yeah, we might not want to show them Rusty how bad he is, even though he has the best
show me.
diplomacy.
I'm beautiful. I'm handsome. I'm good shit.
Yeah, we'll put Rusty into your cabin. How's that?
I'm sorry for the mess I made on the floor. I was feeling a little.
I say, Tuttle, we got to take your BattleBot out of this room. You get out of this room, and we'll lock them in here. These goblins, let them tinker around with whatever else is in there. We'll tell them we're going to come back for them, and let's go talk to what we got to talk to.
It's up to Rusty if he wants to go to the bridge.
I assume communications are from the bridge.
I use my mental communication skills. So mentally, I tell these goblins, everything's all right. We got this. Tinker around in here, and we'll be back. And I use my comm device. Say, Tuttle, lock it up.
Okie dokie.
All right, I'll lock them in.
So mean.
Boy, he's so paranoid.
I'm worried about the goblins. They worry me.
All right, so Cheddar
is staying
version
in
3. Cheddar version 3. He's got wings. What does he have, John? Did you actually build him yet?
I have done a few replacement pieces, and then he also has the big red button, which is a little harder to explain in short, but it's there.
The big red button. Got it.
Does the big red button have any sort of safety, or is it just it could be bumped easily in battle?
It's the jolly candy-like button. Oh, will he press it?
I didn't know, among other things, can I stash the big red button in my cheek pouch?
Oh, you should totally do that.
Like a cyanide capsule.
So I can
when you're
bite
about
down
to die. All right, so you go to the bridge. The communications does work if you want to use the bridge from the Acheron.
Yeah, I want to try to call Gevalar Knor or whatever and see if we can get a hold of him.
I find it so funny that both Rusty and Mo are actually in beds.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
such lazy pieces of
We're sick.
Do you know how cold-blooded it is to mock the handicap? I mean, come on.
You're not handicapped. You have a minor space cold.
I don't feel well.
Do you call Nor, Tuttle?
Yes, I will give him a call.
Literally, the second you press the comm, the connection goes through, and Nor is there. Almost as if he's been watching you the whole time and knew you were going to be calling him. Maybe. And he greets you and says, I see you've been making excellent progress. Good work securing the Acheron. But your work is not done yet. Don't forget the drift rock.
Well, that's what we want to talk to you about. We do understand the need to more fully investigate, but we have at least one of our team who is pretty sick and probably needs medical attention. We also picked up a couple goblins on the ship, and we don't really want them, kind of underfoot. So we were thinking about maybe bringing them back to Absalom and bringing Rusty back for treatment and then coming back out. And we needed to see if you could get us back through quarantine.
So you're telling me that 2 of your members have some strange spaceborne disease that managed to kill off the crew of the Acheron, and you would like to bring those 2 members back to Absalon Station?
Yes, we were attacked by Akitas. They have some sort of disease to them, yes.
Ah, yes. Very deadly. They can spread quite badly. In fact, if your Rusty dies, he will become, well, let's just say that is how the Akitas breed. By killing others and having their larvae grow inside them.
Cough, cough,
Oh,
cough.
boy.
Oh, I'm in the wrong room.
No, you're in the right room.
It's like the thing.
You both
No,
have
it's
that.
Alien. I'm John Hurd. What the hell?
Oh, I'm in the
So,
wrong room.
with that, no, I don't think we're going to allow you to come back. You understand, for the safety of
As a man of
Absalon.
science, I can respect this.
However, we can send a space FedEx package to you with some additional medical supplies. Of course, I will take those expenses off of your, fee when you actually complete the mission. But a small price to pay for one of your crew surviving, yes?
Very small.
Well, he is kind of racist. Let me think about this for a minute.
And I'm like, yeah, I think, you know what? Yeah, we got to do it. We'll take it out of his cut. That's all.
How much are we talking here?
Oh, don't worry. A nominal fee. I'm sure I can get you the embassy discount.
That sounds good to me.
There's a whole separate line of questioning about why undead guys need access to
Medical
tech.
technology.
Whatever, we'll let that slide.
Well, he's in charge of a lot of stuff, and I'm okay with that. Rusty is a mercenary, and he'll understand when we bill him for medical services rendered.
Well, we'll have a conversation at the end, I'm sure, about that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fine. That's sure. That's great.
There's also some. We found your crate. You probably know that since you have the camera droid. There's some trepidation. We would like some reassurance that we're not bringing back anything harmful that could cause trouble on
Or
Absalom.
explosive.
Oh no. Perfectly legal. Nothing to worry about. I saw that you secured it in the hold. Good job. Don't worry. It is completely harmless. You have no idea if he does literally have a skull for a face, so you cannot read him at all.
Do you mind if we crack it open just to be sure for our safety and yours?
Well, since you are on our payroll and you are investigating for us, it is totally up to you what you would do, as I cannot stop you from here, as I do not want to have the space rabies. But if you wish to indulge your curiosity, if you absolutely must, do understand that there will be certain conditions that will be assigned to you after you open the crate. As long as you understand and live with those consequences, you may do as you wish.
I think we're okay with that. The only thing that I want to know is if we're going to get paid in full. And I know Rusty wants to know about that too.
Yes.
If you survive, yes, you'll get paid in full. But of course,
Right.
if you're dead, it'll go to society.
No, but I'm saying if we open the crate, are you saying there's dangers that could kill us?
Let's just say the crate was addressed to me, and it is sealed, correct?
That is correct.
Do you make it a habit of opening up other people's packages?
I do not make a habit, but there could be dangers. It could be a time bomb in there, for all you know. It could be a poisonous gas trap. Who knows? It could be a gelatinous cube. You never know.
Personally, I was concerned there was another hidden dog in there.
Yeah, exactly.
True. There is possibilities that something could have leached in there and damaged the cargo. If you are able to honor the agreement and keep what you find in there completely secret from all, including the society, I will say it is all right for you to investigate it, not to see what's in there, but to make sure that there's no foreign bodies. Agreed?
Agreed. And I think that I can speak for everyone. Of course I can't. But I think we'll keep it sealed. Because you know what? I don't care anymore. It sounds to me like there's no gold in there or treasure. So I'm going to keep that sealed. And I think Tuttle's with me.
Your mic's still hot. He's hearing all of this.
Yeah. And Tuttle and I are in agreement.
I have never been down with opening someone else's mail.
I agree.
So.
You know what? I'm swayed back in the other direction. We got 2 sick people who have no vote. Because they're sick, they have no vote. And we'll keep it closed.
Wait, what?
We're not there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And let's take care of business. Let's get these guys well. And then and go and check out this rock that everyone's talking about.
Excellent. I will send the advanced med kits shortly. Do be on the lookout for them.
Okay. So we hang out and look for the med kit.
Well, wait a minute. Are you guys going to stay in the bridge?
No, I'll go back to the tent to my wounded.
Oh, yeah. We want to know what they said.
They basically said
Yeah,
not.
we will come back and give the other guys an update on what we talked about.
Yeah, they basically said not to open the crate. There's a lot of maybe you could, but I'll be honest with you. I think we shouldn't open. I think our reward would be better if we don't.
Yeah, well,
open
never
it.
mind that. What about this?
I'll probably open it in
space
front
game?
of us.
What?
Oh, the space death.
We got space scabies here. I'm eyeballing Rusty over there. He's not looking well.
Yeah, they pretty much said you're done for.
Wait. We're both done for?
Yeah. It's like rabies. Like once you show symptoms, you're dead.
Okay,
Like,
we should make a suicide pact then, Mo.
And
We'll
then
take care of each other.
Hiroji
am I
actually
allowed to get out of this?
starts to belly laugh and says, "No, you'll be fine." They're sending over supplies and medicines.
What happens if
take care of you. You'll be good.
this? What's the advanced stage look like?
It's not pretty. There is foaming of the mouth, of course. There is a
not so
massive secretion from all orifice.
We can.
Yeah, we have not seen that.
I've actually already
manifest.
started that one.
That's typical Sunday morning. Okay, we can do that.
You're okay.
Yeah.
You're good. I'm joking. You guys are nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. I slowly back out of the room.
A couple of my teeth have fallen out.
And
Should
lock
I
the
be
door.
concerned about that?
Tuttle, execute.
Just make sure you
Quarantine
hold on to the
program
teeth,
alpha.
put them in a Ziploc bag.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I hear the door getting locked there. Wait a minute. Boom, 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 boom.
Quarantine protocol
Wait
alpha
a minute.
zeta 1.
I realize you gentlemen have been through a lot, but if you find the time, I would not like to spend the rest of this trip tied to this fucking couch.
And for me, can I have the Vesk-free room? I don't need to share with him, do I? I mean,
That was your option. We'd rather keep all of the afflicted, shall we say, in one room. All right.
Yeah. Mo is
All right,
agitated now.
Stay in there. I'm not going to lock the door, of course.
It's one of these things where
it's not locked?
after
Okay.
the fact, I realized what a stupid question it was to ask if we could bring somebody who's sick back from a quarantine ship.
Yeah, they don't.
well, yeah.
But at the time, it made sense right until he explained it.
All right. All right. Let's check on the navigators. Let's see where we are with the getting our supplies.
Okay, so a few hours go by, and sure enough, a little, and you know this just because you live in this world, a little mini, almost like a spaceship that's designed only for packages, like the Amazon drones that are going to be delivering everything to us in a few years, comes up, scans your face to make sure it's you, and then literally hands you a small box from the airlock and flies away.
So that's how far in the future it takes Amazon to get their flying drones.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It should, because that's not going to happen ever.
So who signed for that? Was that you, Hiroji?
Nope.
Oh, was that you, Tuttle?
Yeah, of course.
I guess I'm signing for it.
I don't sign with anything unless it's in invisible ink.
As you guys are walking around and Tuttle has the package, you notice that the Goblin is in the hallway and approaching Tuttle.
Uh-oh.
We ran out of duct tape, also baling wire.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thought we had you guys locked in, but what do you need duct tape and baling wire for?
Armor. We're going to reinforce it. Make sure it never blows up.
That sounds good. Okay, like
That's good.
actually follow me. I think there's a cool.
You
room.
did lock the doors, by the way. So
I know.
They're talking about Tuttle. Let them armor him.
I don't think they're talking about arming me. To check. Do they have any in the car? Any of that stuff in the cargo hold? Can we?
Sure. All that supply.
They'll repurpose whatever they need.
Yeah, space tape.
I'm kind of open to letting you roam the ship. I'm kind of open to that.
I'm
somehow.
feeling generous now that we've got chainsaw wings going.
Yeah, I think you guys did a good job. I think you get let out of your cave. As long as you don't make any weapons, I think you're okay to.
Let's just stick them on the Tuttle.
have total access of the ship.
Does the robot count?
Tuttle's tons of
Well,
weapons.
he is a weapon, so
Yeah,
improving
he's-
him doesn't really.
They're doing great.
Also, what happened to like half of your people?
Oh, yeah. They're taking.
The other part of his religion is he's exceedingly lazy.
Oh well, our religion promotes helping out and following robots.
Oh,
Yeah, that's not going to work for Rusty.
That's okay. You can follow the robot and help out because you guys are doing a great job.
yeah.
Just
you
don't
want
make
them
our
catching
orbit-
the
So
disease.
far, I'm pretty pleased with your helping out. So feel free to check the cargo bay for any parts you need.
Yeah,
Wait a
feel free to
minute.
go to the kitchen.
I just realized how this story is going. When Mo and I die, you're replacing these two goblins as members of the party, aren't you?
Wow, you catch that quick, don't you?
Meta. Yeah.
We're already working up the new T-shirt concept.
God damn it.
God, it'd be so good with two space goblins and me and Tuttle and Cheddar. That makes a good picture.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I'm okay with this. Let's go get our medical supplies. We'll do what we can, to make these guys.
Tuttle has the med supplies in his hands, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
No rush, Tuttle. There. Take your time.
All right, guys.
So what did we actually get in the way of medical supplies?
You open it up, and they do appear to be med patches. There's 5 med patches in there. The thing is that they have Eoxian symbols on them, and you can feel the necrotic energy coming off of these. What these med patches will do, you're not exactly sure, but they definitely look more advanced than the normal type of med patches you would find.
Necrotic definitely sounds good.
What could go wrong?
This can't possibly go badly. Well, it's not my sickness.
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
you guys aren't the ones sick,
Hey,
so
let's do some knowledge rolls on this, guys. Come on. Let's not get lazy.
can't get any deader.
I will actually do a medicine roll to see if I know anything about Eoxian medical technology.
Yeah. Necrotic. Yeah. Give us some sepsis shots or something. Rolls a 15, 23 modified.
So Tuttle looks at these and notices that they're sealed, and he realizes not only are these med patches, but they actually have small nanobots, almost like Borg technology, which will seep into the blood system and help repair any damage that is done on your body. AKA, it will do even higher bonuses to your rolls. That these are special and only used within members of the Eoxian Society. They're very rarely seen outside of anyone other than Eoxians. So, cool.
All right, sounds good.
As a side note, you will have undead Eoxian nanobots in your bloodstreams forever.
Hey, you know what? 6 of one, half dozen of another.
Yeah.
Yeah, omelet, eggs. That's fine.
Exactly.
So for the diary.
All right, let's go supervise that. Goblins,
Yeah.
don't blow up the ship, please.
Oh no! Wouldn't do that. Yeah, that would be bad for technology. Yeah. What he said.
Excellent.
Are we able to lock out the bridge and engineering so they can't get in there?
You can try.
Kind of like tie those to my data pad.
Good idea.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to lock out the sensitive areas of the ship, particularly the engine core, the docking bay where our
It's
ship
actually
is.
a good
and the
idea.
bridge.
That's a really good idea, though.
Tuttle, you are a genius.
I don't mind these guys screw around in the crew quarters,
sure.
but I don't want them.
So let's try to heal. Let's try to speed this up. So you guys heal. You guys like lock them down so the goblins can wander around the ship, get some food to eat. Find whatever little scavengings that they can, get the remains of their poor dead friend that aren't on Cheddar already.
Oh, it was smashed. Yeah, it was crushed into pulp.
Well, parts of him are on Cheddar. Like I think
That's
doesn't
true.
he have goblin ears now?
Well,
That's awesome.
he has parts.
Maybe they drew like a little face, a little like memorable, put his name on, a little tattoo, things like that. So
We gave him extra eyes so he can see everywhere.
that's true. Yes.
That's a good upgrade.
So with that, you guys can try. You have one regular med patch. You got 5 of the necrotic med patches. What do you guys want to do? You just want to?
I think we a necrotic med patch on Rusty and one of the crappier ones on Mo because he's.
Wait, no. How many necrotics do we have?
5.
Yeah, 2 necrotics. Thank you.
Yeah, that makes sense. This is getting a little awful. Now, me, definitely, because I'm one step from death. But
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
a businessman, Rusty. We got to try and save some money.
What's the plus? Let's just speed this up here.
It's not going to stack. It's going to.
No, I know it's not going to stack. It's going to be better than +4, I imagine, right?
It's better than +4, but you don't know. Guess we're
Okay.
gonna find out.
Should
All
I
right.
tell me
No,
when I need
you're
to
right,
roll?
You're right.
That's
you're
all
right.
I
We'll
need.
use both
That's all I
of
need.
Tuttle. I need your assistant.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
No,
I'm
you don't
tra-
need to
I'm-
do anything. You could just apply these right on.
All right,
you
I'll-
could pretend though. You could pretend.
I'll pretend. I'll
healing her.
Or I'll
apply.
pretend to be administering to them.
I mean, Rusty, because Rusty in such bad shape, you won't know.
Yeah,
is that you, Auntie? Auntie Martha? Oh, you came to visit me.
All right.
Mama,
You
is that
guys
you?
rest up. They put on the patches. Let's see them fort saves.
Mommy!
I'm ready. 3, 2, 1. Yes! I roll an 18 for a modified 16.
It's actually
But,
lower than that because of other things.
Plus.
Yeah, but you got a lot of
Good
pluses.
news is you feel better. You feel the nanobots doing their business. You are still impaired. You're going to need another save just to get back up to weakened.
Seriously.
Now let's see if Mo survived.
All right.
Here we go.
Oh yeah.
21 rolls a 19, modified 21, and whatever the plus is. So
Mo feels great. He wakes up all ready to go, filled with energy, and it is completely gone from him.
Flex is so strong.
Okay. Well. So
All
it's
right,
just
Rusty,
me.
you're good to go too. Yes.
I can't rise.
Those
I
little
can't get
icons
out
of
of
my
bed.
character. I don't like this.
Yeah,
There. Thank you.
I would never like this.
Yes. Oh, I feel so much better.
All right, Mo, you ready to get out of this room and like?
I see no reason not to just dive right into combat. Got a spring in my tail here. It's bouncy.
Do you have,
nice
do you have your
and,
weapons? I don't know where you dropped them.
Oh yeah, my weapons are always close by my side. Even if they're not in my hand, they're by my side. Got everything. I'm a little
If you
brutish,
strap-
but
If you strap me onto Mo's back, I can probably shoot, reverse from him.
yeah,
Like Master Blaster.
No Wookiee
Master
here.
Blaster
You
or,
need to,
C-3PO on Chewbacca's back.
Embargo on.
Yeah, just you.
You know that you're going to need at least, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, John. So it was 2 consecutive saves that you figured out. Needed 2 full days of rest to heal up. Since you are 2 steps below the healing phase and you only did 1 save from metagame, that you're going to need, I believe you are going to need to have 3 more saves. And John, the cure is 2 consecutive saves, so that's where that 2 saves comes from.
Well, yeah.
Sorry, I'm talking to John.
And it's
Because I believe that's the rule. I mean, like, basically you need to make 2 saves, and all that does is doesn't cure you, it just moves you up the track 1. I'm 99% sure that's correct, which is pretty atrocious because if you think
4 saves is that's kind of crazy.
I know, it's really
I
hard.
would think med packs you could like do. Does it have to be days or?
Well, here the thing
Yeah, it's 1 per
that.
day.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, succeeded 1 or more consecutive saving throws each time she does so. So in this case, fulfills the 2 saving throws. Then you would move up 1. Yeah, that's pretty tough.
Look at that.
Rusty,
Nasty.
He's got
You know-
three more saves that he has to do.
I don't want to hold you
Yes.
guys back. Go on, finish the mission, come back with the
No,
loot.
no, you're coming
We'll go
with. I
from
mean,
there.
just
No,
because you're
what?
sick doesn't mean you're.
That doesn't make
slacking
sense.
of duties.
Rusty has only failed one time more than Mo has.
No, Rusty failed twice.
2 or 3,
No,
something
we,
like
we,
that.
we both got sick on the same freaking.
He failed
No,
multiple times.
every day, what happens is you have to make another save each day. And if you fail your save, you go back down. And he failed it. Even with the pluses, he didn't make the base save to not go down one.
Yeah, it was bad. I have missed 2 fort saves on this horrifying disease. It's
Well, I
the way
missed
it went.
one.
He missed the right. That's the initial. First, you get weakened. There's no latent. It goes. So for everyone who's listening, disease goes healthy, latent, weakened, impaired, debilitated, bedridden, comatose, dead. Each time you fail, you go down the chart one. You are impaired. If you fail again, you go. Basically, you keep going down until you're dead. You need to fail 4 times to die.
Man.
But it gets worse and worse because now you have a -5 to your roll.
Yeah, so one
Actually,
fail. And
yeah,
you're screwed.
it's actually making your roll harder each time because the first time you fail, you got a -2. The next time you failed, now it's a -3, which stacks to a -5. So your fort saves are getting worse each time. So you really need these med packs, or you really need to get some spell ampules in the future, which are potions in the future, and will heal disease or treat disease. Because
It's above our pay grade. We don't have
Yeah,
that.
it's above your pay grade right now.
Wow.
Anyhow, metagame. Why don't we just quickly do some saves and see if you guys can get up and running so we could actually get to the rock?
Yeah, cool.
Assuming you're going there.
Is each save 24 hours?
Yes, it's 1 per day.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm trained in medicine, and so is Tuttle. Like that's gotta help. No?
Chris, it doesn't help. It's a
All the trained in
non-stacking
medicine
bonus.
does, all it does is it allows you to apply a +4 to the save. That's it for treat disease.
Oh, but that's huge though.
No, but it doesn't stack
No.
with the med packs. And the med packs
Ew.
also give you a +4. Basically, the med packs are, I don't have anyone who has treat disease. Everyone's sick. I just apply this on myself and I get a +4.
I thought it
One
was-
thing that's to
Chris,
your
let me-
advantage, though, and looking at some of these conditions, the sickened condition is giving you a penalty on all your saving throws, but fatigued and exhausted only give a penalty to reflex saving throws. So those are not hurting your fortitude.
That's true.
That's good.
True.
But what,
Chris, let me
but what
explain the
level
med
is he
patch
at?
to you.
Though?
I'm way down. I'm at incapacitated. But Chris, let me explain the thing with your medical ability. You've been replaced by a robot. The med
right.
patch is a robot that's as good as you, and you are superfluous now.
Wait, but it gives a +4. My skill gives a +5.
Took your job.
It doesn't-
The
again,
ATM
all-
took your job as a teller. You need to move on.
It took your job.
All the +5 does is you have to make a DC 15 to give him a +4. That's all it does.
Okay.
Your DC, it's like there's more advanced ones.
We
it
could
goes up to,
save
like,
money
It
by
goes up
not
to like
using the
DC
packs,
30
I guess.
though. Like we're doing the lowest level. There's ability damage. There's really bad. There's major injuries. Like it gets much worse, and that's when you need to get much higher DCs. Like we're at the very lowest. We're at the most basic healing. at this point.
Jeez. All right. Well, let's get some rolls going.
Yeah, John. What did you guys do? You made this really nasty.
Hey,
Well, it's no longer taking 1d2 dexterity damage and then going back out there while you're bedridden from a flu. Now diseases really hurt.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
I love it.
diseases are, and I heard actually poisons are much worse. I mean, this is only disease, but from what I've been hearing, poisons are almost a death sentence. Like you really got to get rid of those things. So
Which is right. Like you don't want to not fail your save or die.
Seeing some of the earlier versions of Starfinder was also fun because for a while, the poisons would also destroy your resolve points.
wow, that's just evil. Oh my!
So you guys are
God.
getting off easy.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
fine.
It's a
See,
walk in
Ross,
the park.
doesn't
Just
that
strap
feel
them to your
better?
back and go.
I
Yeah.
have no complaints. Everything's
Mo,
Bro,
you can R2D him. I mean, C3PO him and just throw him on your back and walk around.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that though. That's crazy. I'm not going to be burdened by that. I can't attack like that. I got to stay light and mobile on my little tiptoes.
All right. So, do you want to just do the saves quick, Rusty?
Yeah, no problem.
You might get
All
ready to re-roll character.
Yeah. Well, first are you applying the necrotic one? I presume
Oh yeah, every single time from here on out.
I'll supervise.
for 3
We have
left.
3 left, and I've got to make 3 saves. So there it
The
is.
good news
I-
is Mo. You can use this time to get all your hit points back because you're only at 16, so you could easily
That's
get up to
true.
20.
Oh yeah,
And while I'm monitoring this weird space alien sickness, Hiroji, sleight of hands, has a locked and loaded grenade behind his back, just in case it gets really ugly. We got to take care of it like explosive means. Pin
Space
is pulled.
dogs.
Although
my
character does not know that.
Right.
I respect that you're thinking of the rest of the team.
I'm thinking of the rest of the team. I'm at a calming tone. I'm like, Rusty, you're gonna make it through this. It's no problem. I've seen this before.
It's because he cares.
It's easily cured. You're no problem. You got this.
So basically, you're going to pull out the thing that's inside me on the count of 3, and then you're really pulling it out on 1.
Well, I mean, I have a ready grenade. You know,
that's a good idea.
We need to sterilize.
We'll be behind you.
Extreme prejudice.
Just think of something really pleasant when you make your roll. Okay, we'll be right
the flowers, Rusty.
We'll be right behind
the
you.
flowers.
Great. This is great.
Yeah, I don't want to see what the end game scenario of this is. It's probably going to be cocooned alien thing, and we've seen this before. So you're okay, Rusty. You're okay.
All right, I'm ready to make my saves. All right, day 1.
No!
He rolls a 3.
I rolled a modified 1.
Down to a
Rusty,
1.
can you
Excellent.
hold on to this for me while I go to the bathroom? It's just it's an alien artifact of intricate design.
Does he actually go down another one? I think he actually goes.
I did. Actually, I don't know where does that.
Or we could just lock him in the room and shoot the ship into the sun.
He goes down to debilitated.
the only way to be
one
sure.
failure. This disease is terrible.
So basically,
This is horrible.
Yeah.
All right, I just basically have
Two
to
more.
to work my way back
two more.
up.
Rusty, I will stay
2
with
more
you.
to get back up 1.
Here, let me adjust your bed.
Yay!
There you go. Now you are just debilitated. And by the way, you're in pain. And if you do any standard action, you lose a hit point. Just to let you know.
Do nothing.
That is.
Got it.
You
Not a problem.
literally can't do anything. So
I'm
that's
not getting out of bed.
I don't even know what day we're up to. Day 5 or something.
All right, I'm going for
Goblin.
the last
Track
fort
it.
save using the necrotic, whatever. All right.
Seven.
Rolls a
17. I
19,
made my save
19
a
and then
second
goes
ago.
down to 17. Okay.
So, plus there's a million bonuses as you are actually, there's so many nanobots in you now that you're actually peeing them out when you go to the bathroom.
Now,
You go to impaired. You've improved to impaired. Also, another robot shows up with a note that says, "Dear crew, have been monitoring the situation. Does not look good. Here, try these."
This is the good stuff. They've been holding out on us. They've been holding out the good stuff.
It is another package from Nor because he's watching this whole thing, and maybe the undead actually have a heart. Who knows? But these actually have all these strange symbols on them, and Tuttle can tell that these appear to be symbols for experimental packs, like things that really shouldn't be used. But he's probably going to keep that to himself.
Yeah.
He uses
Place your
that
bets.
on
Place your bets.
He uses that on his lab animals and his experiments in the institute. Normally doesn't put this on sentient humans, but it's only Rusty.
I like the
Yeah,
idea
that's
that somehow, somewhere, the Eoxians are watching this as reality television.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they're putting bets. There's lines on what's going to happen. This is definitely turning into reality TV.
Yeah.
Bet on
Unfortunately,
us. We're good.
your insurance doesn't cover this medicine, Rusty, so you're going to be in debt big time.
All right, so we're getting towards a little late, so I'm going to now
Just do some quick rolls.
do a
while
whole
we have
bunch of
John,
rolls.
and then-
Right.
Yep, we'll do a whole bunch of rolls. You put on one of the packs. As a weird side effect, you turn green. But other than that, yeah, you feel good. You make that one. You put on another pack. Suddenly, you have really
16.
thick hair coming out of all your body parts.
my God.
But I've moved up to weakened.
You're
right?
now weakened. You actually are starting to feel better. You look like a Smurf who needs a bad haircut.
Now here's a
Oh, you
question.
took a turn for the worse.
No,
Let's see how
no,
good it is.
this is
4?
no the it's 4 down
Rolls
to
a
2,
4.
but the actual The actual bots are doing their job. You do notice that you're sweating blood, but other than that, you should be okay.
And
then
a natural
finally,
how dramatic! A natural 20 for the final
a natural
save.
20, which is an automatic success. You finally feel better. You look like a cross between a werewolf and a Smurf, but you feel good.
I actually then retrieve the 3 grenades that are under Rusty's pillow. In those 3 days, there were 3 there, and I undo the traps. And I'm like, well, let me just get these.
We
Rusty,
never lost faith in you, Rusty.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, guys. It's only been like about a day, right? I've been a little
All
delirious.
debts forgiven. Yes.
Yes, as a matter of fact, all debts forgiven. I really appreciate you guys really having my back. We're a team, and now I know we're a team. You know what?
Excellent,
I certainly
Rusty.
would never actually charge a team member for anything.
That's well appreciated.
That was 9 days.
Can I keep this pistol?
Absolutely, that's your pistol.
Wow, you're the best ever.
We're going to share everything from here on.
Yeah, this has
including
been
the
9
costs of
days,
these med
Steve, just so
patches.
you know.
Let's move on.
Such a heartwarming end.
Yeah.
So, what about the goblins? What have they been doing in this period
they've
of
been
time?
running
They probably
amok.
had lots of free time to build
9 days of
crazy
time.
things.
9 days for
At
goblins.
this point, they've basically tried to build about 3 other robots so that Cheddar Mark III can have some friends. None of these have any of the AI that's necessary to actually make them do anything other than like waddle, but he has friends.
I like the idea that he has a little army of his own now.
Or toys. He likes to make toys.
You can name them.
I like
other
these goblins.
cheeses.
I have no problem with these goblins now.
Yeah, these are good.
I don't think they're kill on sight at all.
Well, that's a feel-good ending.
Feel good
All right,
ending.
right,
Rusty
yeah.
is a blue Smurf and came back from death. Cheddar is badass goblin technology. He has some friends. Hiroji has learned to love again and is now friends with the goblin. And Mo, what did Mo learn?
Absolutely nothing.
Oh, he got a good stint of shut-eye. That's
Mo does
good.
what he does best. Nothing at all.
Yes, indeed, indeed.
We all learned something in this episode. Next week, maybe they actually get off this damn ship and get to the damn rock.
Yeah, a little bit more action next week.
So once again, thanks, John, for joining us in the show. You definitely added a new dimension to this podcast. We did not expect to go in all those crazy directions. Not only are the goblins now their friends, but we now have Cheddar Mark III, which is a custom build. John himself, actually, after the show, made a brand new character sheet that has multiple pages, and it is absolutely fantastic. How many times in your life can you say that you get to play a character built by a Paizo developer? Jason is very, very lucky. If you go to our Discord channel, we actually have a new image of what Cheddar Mark III looks like. He is completely different than the old Cheddar, now that he's half goblin, and he has chainsaw wings and God knows what else. In addition, I have the character sheet on the Discord if you want to see what John came up with. I'm not including everything. There's some random tables for when things go really good and when things go really bad, and I left those out. I don't even want Jason to know what happens when he presses the big red button or when something really bad happens. Let's just say they're very goblin-esque. So make sure you keep listening to the show and you'll hear what happens when Jason presses the big red button. In addition, don't forget, John is giving away a free Skittermander Boon. You just have to listen to the show and you'll find out instructions on how you too can get that. Now, as for my GM topic, I'm going to talk about a crazy topic this week. I'm going to talk about how to kill off a player character without them knowing that they died. Now, that sounds impossible. It sounds like it can't be done. But let me tell you something. I've done it before, and I did it this show, and I'm going to do it again. So here's what happened. Rusty was pretty much dead. You can see what was going on. There was no way he was making those saves. And I've said it before on the show that I find a dead character, although can be sort of interesting in the short term, is actually quite detrimental in the long term. And I've had a lot of players that play characters and then they die and then you never hear about that character ever again. And it's not really a fun story mechanic that much. I find it kind of anticlimactic. So instead, I like to make characters, let's just say, change and morph. This is actually quite common in movies and TV, in literature, and so forth, where characters don't die but instead go through a metamorphosis or change. What happened here was Rusty was going to die. There was no way about it. He had like a -3, -4 to all of his rolls. Even with the +4, he was not going to make it, and he was dead. So instead, I came up, kind of on the fly, with that experimental Eoxian med packs. And what's really happening, and I'm telling you guys all this is a secret, not even the players know this, no one knows this, but Rusty actually died. What happened is the med packs actually have nanobots that aren't actually healing him, but slowly converting all of his dead tissue into necrotic tissue. So he is slowly turning into an undead. And how I'm going to be doing this is that every time he levels up, he's going to start getting some more undead traits. So he's slowly turning into an undead hybrid. I've actually mentioned this in a couple of the past podcasts that I've really wanted to try this out, and now we do. So he's going to be human and undead, and he's going to start changing. Every level, I'm going to slowly give him more and more attributes. Now, just to let you know, I actually talked to Bob about this afterwards, and he was totally on board, as long as I don't change his main character concept, which he and I talked about, and he was very, very strict about that, is that he still needs to be an envoy, and he needs to have all of his envoy powers, and he still needs to have high charisma and all of that. Otherwise, make him undead, he said, no problem. Now, I didn't tell him about this till several weeks later, just to let you know, but this is something you can't really do without your players' buy-in. Otherwise, they'll feel it's a violation of their character. But as long as they agree on the character concept, they'll actually have a lot of fun with it and actually play it up. And Bob is really good at playing these things up. And you'll definitely hear him play it up big time in the upcoming shows. But there's an example of how you can take someone and actually sort of kill them off, but instead of killing them off, you sort of morph them. I've done this before. We actually had a character who instead turned into a mutant in Pathfinder. And mutant is a template you can assign on someone. And there's tons of these really great templates you can assign people in Pathfinder and Starfinder and even D&D. And what I like to do is find a template that's appropriate and assign it to that character and then morph them into that template. So that way, not only is it fun and it's exciting and it's something you're going to remember for a long time, but the character, instead of them dying, is instead changed dramatically. Now, what happens if he dies again? Well, we'll cross that bridge when he gets to it, but he's already undead, so I have a feeling he's just going to get more undead if that happens again. But here's a perfect example of how you can take a character death, and instead of just saying, up your die, roll up a new character, you say, you know what, you died, but you're not quite dead. In fact, you are now better than dead. You're super dead. You are undead. And we're going to have a lot of fun to see where this goes. Not to mention, we now have a Cheddar Goblin hybrid. So this team, I tell you, by the end of the adventure, there's going to be nothing left. They're going to all be a huge mishmash of crazy races and crazy abilities, and they're not even come close to representing what they originally started out at. And I love it. So this week we have another winner of our contest of a $100 Amazon gift card. Again, all you need to do is review the show on iTunes, Facebook, or Stitcher. Send us an email at contest@rollforcombat.com with your name. And every week I choose someone at random, and if you write me, you get your gift card. And this week, the winner is Fazzy1, who wrote a review on Stitcher. And again, it's Fazzy1. It's PHAASZ1. So, Fuzzy, you have won. Write me, and I will get you your gift card. Now, as for the Skittermander naming contest, I keep putting it off, and I'm going to put it off some longer. I'll tell you why. Because I myself am still waiting for some stuff from Paizo, from John and the team, and I want to wait till I get it before I give out that prize. And because I want to make sure I can give out something really cool for the Name the Skittermander contest. So just be patient, wait for me, wait till I get my stuff from Paizo and John, and then we're going to do something really awesome. So once again, if you guys like the show, please review it on iTunes and Stitcher and Facebook. Follow us on Twitter, and make sure you check out the Discord channel. not only are we playing play-by-post games there, we also have lots of images from the show so you can see what's going on. We're going to have the picture of the new Cheddar Mark III, and I'm actually going to also give out the information of what Cheddar was rebuilt at that John Compton himself wrote. And I'm going to give you what his sheet looks like. Plus, we just have a really great group there, and they are getting really, really goofy over there. Those guys are just nutty. Oh yeah, and if you post a lot, you get free t-shirts. So make sure you check out the Discord channel. It's a fun group of people. So with that, have a good week, everyone, and we'll talk to you next week. See ya.
You've been listening to Roll for Combat, a Starfinder actual play podcast. If you have a question or comment for the show, please visit us at rollforcombat.com or drop us a line at contact@rollforcombat.com. You can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, Discord, and other social media platforms. Been listening to Roll for Combat. Until next week, always remember to use the head of Vecna.
So Starfinder Society has different things called promotional boons, which are oftentimes different race boons or ways that you can access something other than the core races in the Starfinder core rulebook. So Alien Archive came out. It had about 20 new player races. We are sending a lot of those out to our conventions for GMs to get whenever they run games for us at those conventions. We also have a set that you can unlock just by playing Starfinder games. And then one of the ones that we held in reserve is for promotional events like this, where any members of the organized play team go on to fun shows like Roll for Combat. And so the one that we do for this one is we give away Skittermanders. So the way that this works, especially for a pre-recorded show like this, is that we want you to email organizedplay@paizo.com and go ahead and put in the title of the email Skittermander Promotion. And in the body of the email, make sure that you include a special code phrase. What do we want that to be?
Probably should be Hiroji with the proper spelling.
Yeah, no one knows how to spell that. That's crazy.
Hirogi.
It could be Goblin cheddar. Or people don't know how to spell cheddar, though, because it's spelled weird.
Yeah, it's
we could do Med Patch. That was the real VIP.
That was
true.
Med Patch. Yep. Sure.
Is it Patch or
yes.
Pack?
Patch.
Okay.
So yeah, go ahead and send in Med Patch in that email body. And basically what we'll do is we will keep that open and we'll collect those emails for probably about 4 weeks after this show comes out, give or take. And then we will hold some drawings and then we will send those boons out to you. So really hope that you both have a chance to gain a Skittermander of your own, but also that you use this as a good opportunity to listen to Roll for Combat and hopefully follow this podcast more often.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Yeah, thanks to everyone at the company for helping us out here. This is kind of cool.
Oh, it's great. It's outstanding.